To the May installment of Community Focus, presented by the Friends of MCTV. I'm your host, Judy Keel. Every month, this program features news about upcoming activities in the Greater Midland area, and this month, our guests include folks from the Greater Midland Community Center, Midland Area Chamber of Commerce, MBS International Airport, and our own MCTV. Joining us today to lead off our program are Jennifer Adamick and Greg Roan to share some details about a weekend full of races. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jennifer, the Dow Run walk has become almost synonymous with spring in Midland. But for viewers that aren't familiar with that, would you tell us about the Day of Races events?
Sure. The Dow Weekend of Races kicks off with the Dow Run Walk on Saturday, May 16th, which takes off from the community center area, the campus there. And we will have events all morning long on that Saturday morning. And then the second day is the Great Lakes Bay Marathons, which takes off from Dow Diamond downtown.
All right, you know, I'm not a runner, but I do love a good party. And when we talked earlier, you were telling me about some of the great events. That Day of Races sounds like a really great family-friendly event. Tell the viewers about some of the great aspects surrounding the races.
Sure. We've got a lot of different races. I mean, everybody from a baby in a stroller can participate up until that 80-plus-year-old who is still out there running a 10K. We've got 5K runs, 5K walks. We even have Girls on the Run who participate as well. Mm-hmm. We've got a 1-mile free run for kids ages 5 to 14. We've got a half marathon the next day and a marathon the day following, or that day as well.
Wow, that all sounds great. Are there other events going on for people who are just attending or want to check out the scene?
Absolutely. We have an expo that people can come and join us with on Friday night and on Saturday morning. We also will have the inflatables and lots of kids' activities that, you know, families just hang out and enjoy that festival type atmosphere.
That's really great to hear. So, did you mention what the times are for the races?
We start at 7:55 on that Saturday morning, May 16th, and then we finish up really by 11:30, but everything kind of flows from that 7:55 start.
Okay, so anybody who wanted to sign up, how could they do that?
They could go online to greatermidland.org/races. Mm-hmm. They could come into the community center and find a form there and fill that out and register. Those are the two main ways to do it, online or in person or drop it in the mail.
That sounds super. And now I want to talk to Greg. You're overseeing the other half of that weekend, the Great Lakes Bay Marathons. Tell us about those events.
Correct. The marathons are in their 4th year. We have a marathon, half marathon, and marathon relay event that start and finish, as Jennifer said, at Dow Diamond. And then they go through, the marathon goes through all 3 counties of the Great Lakes Bay region and finishes up on the Chippewa Trail and finishes actually inside Dow Diamond.
When you said it goes through all 3 counties, that really makes it sound like the full 26 miles that marathon would be. We were talking a little bit earlier, and I heard that the marathons benefit the Great Lakes Trails Association. Is that correct?
Correct. All the money that the marathons raises goes to creating an endowment fund for the maintenance of the trails that organization is working to put in.
And they'll be running right on some of those trails, right?
Correct. They do.
That's great. Well, I know that you guys can't put on a program like this without an awful lot of help. How do you manage such huge events?
Well, it takes a lot of help from our volunteers, especially during that race week and that race weekend. We can utilize 250, for the Dow Run Walk alone, and Greg can use another 200 to 250 for the marathon. We've got aid stations, at almost every mile marker, so we can use up to 500 volunteers, and so we're always looking for helpful hands to help out.
Now, are all those folks in line already, or are you still looking for people to step up and volunteer?
We're always still looking for volunteers. If someone wants to show up even race morning, we can always find something for a volunteer to do. We've got, a job for somebody who's, a little kid handing out medals, or all the way up to an adult that's directing traffic.
That's neat. Really makes it a big community event. Thanks for giving us a preview of those events. Now, where can viewers get more information?
GreaterMidland.org/races, or they can stop in at the community center. We're also on Facebook. We have different websites associated with the races as well.
That's great. Well, thank you for coming in and talking with us about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next guest is from the Midland Area Chamber of Commerce with information on educational outreach programs that the Chamber offers our community.
Looking for some fun to get your heart pumping? May 16th and 17th, thousands of runners will gather in Midland to kick off the Dow Weekend of Races. From 1 mile to a full marathon, we have it all. To register, visit dowweekendofraces.com. That's dowweekendofraces.com.